All right, welcome back to My Mom's Basement, ladies and gentlemen. It is Robbie Fox, and I am back with CM Punk. Should I go Phil Brooks today? Feels weird. That feels like I can't call you that, to be quite honest. But yeah, we are here not talking about wrestling this time, but talking about Night Patrol, the new movie that you're in, which I watched last night.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was really cool.
I want a 100% unadulterated, non-biased opinion.
Non-biased opinion. Have you seen Attack of the Block?
Yes.
It kind of reminded me of like a vampire version of Attack of the Block in the coolest way, where it has a very stylized feel. I know the director has been compared to like Tarantino. He takes a lot of Tarantino inspiration. It was fun to see who popped up in it. There's some legit, like, great actors in it. There's some really fun.
This is the wildest cast.
It's a wild, because there's actors, there's wrestlers, there's rappers.
Yeah. It's
all over the map.
There's Bloods, there's Crips.
Yeah.
What a trip.
Yeah, it's so, like, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but it's a vampire-inspired movie. You're a vampire racist cop.
Yeah.
Fair to say.
Sure.
What draws you to a movie like this? How does this come across your radar in the first place?
So this is a movie that I would have gleefully not been allowed to watch and would have watched anyway when I was a little kid. You know, you see that's a pretty awesome poster. Just based on the poster, that's a movie I would rent, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
very 80s inspired. There's also like a nice graininess that the film has.
There's a realness to it.
Yeah.
You know, shot on location in Los Angeles.
16 days I saw. Quick shoot.
Yeah, very quick.
How much of that were you there for?
Maybe half of that. You know, I was shooting around the same time I was doing all the Hell in a Cell, or leading up to the Hell in a Cell stuff with Drew McIntyre.
Wow.
So, yeah.
A busy time.
Killed it in this, and then, you know, killing it doing the wrestling thing. Like, that was great. I've been trying to run that hard ever since. Like, trying to do quality stuff like that. But yeah, the movie's a real kind of throwback. Like I said, I'm a horror movie fan. I'm a genre movie fan, and I feel like horror movies have always. You can get drawn into them because of, I'm into gore and I'm into splatter and suspense thrillers, like whatever. But I think horror movies have always had more of like something to say, more of a social commentary. Yeah. I mean, George Romero making Night of the Living Dead, that was very much social commentary. And this movie to me is no different.
Very much so. Yeah. So I know Colin Young is in this movie, and he's in a lot of scenes with you. Was that your connection to the movie? Is that how you got involved?
No. That was a happy accident that he was also contacted to do it. I think he was contacted for like soundtrack.
Okay.
And then they were like, hey, you want to actually be in this?
Yeah, there's some cool metal in this movie. Yeah.
It's rad. No, I just got it. It just kind of fell into my lap. I got offered to read for the director, and I was excited to do so, and I agreed to read for him, and they said, oh, he agreed to read? All right, just give him the job.
Oh, nice.
So I just got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is literally like, are you going straight from Raw straight to LA and then to a next date, like away from home?
Just back and forth. Yeah.
Is there any movies that you were told to watch from the director, anything for inspiration for your character and in particular your performance? Because it's much more than a cameo. This isn't like a movie where CM Punk makes a quick cameo.
I'm the big bad. I'm not like the number one big bad, but I'm definitely the number two. I'm the deputy.
The muscle.
Like, I'm the number two, and I do most of the hard work. I'm on screen more than the number one bad guy. There's some twists and turns and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think there was anything recommended to me specifically. I just think directors, producers, they're like wrestling bookers, at least they should be. They see something in somebody and they're like, okay, that is the person I need for this. And I think that's kind of how this came to be.
Yeah.
I think he obviously knew who I was. Did you ever see his movie Low Life?
No, but I've heard really great stuff about it. I saw VHS 94, which he did a piece of.
Same. Yeah, but you should watch Low Life, because Low Life is a good movie.
And I know the co-writers of that also co-wrote this with him as well. Yeah.
Yes, him and Shane, and there's like two others, and I apologize, guys. My brain isn't working right now.
Hey, I'll shout him out. I got him here. It's Shay, Tim Cairo, and Jake Gibson.
Tim and Jake.
Yeah. And Shay just worked on The Penguin as well. This is like such a great cast. I mean, it's produced by David S. Goyer. Yeah. It's not only a great cast, it's a great crew as well assembled around this thing.
100%.
Speaking of the great cast, though, Justin Long is great in this, and you get a lot to do with him as well. Was it the first time you met him?
Yeah. Originally, his role was played by somebody else.
Okay.
And then I think there was a scheduling conflict with that actor, and then I'm not saying it was an upgrade, but man, Justin Long, like, what a treat!
Awesome, especially for the genre. He's done so many fun horror movies. I love Tusk. It's one of my
feel
favorites.
Like they're Scream Queens.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think we're now calling Justin Long Scream King.
Yeah.
You
guys have great chemistry too. There's a great scene, an early on scene where you guys are driving together.
Yeah.
And you're kind of letting him know what you know about him. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's a very palpable tension of I felt it as the viewer of like, oh fuck, what are we going to do right now? Like, what is he getting himself into? What was it like actually working with him? Did you feel like a chemistry click on set with him?
A blast, yeah. And watching him and Dermot, because the three of us have a pretty pivotal scene, and watching those two work.
I had that note. I said you had a front row seat to an unbelievable scene.
It's no different than watching two great workers get in the ring and just calling on the fly. Mm-hmm. Like, they had a script, obviously, but they you're watching them work stuff out when the camera's not rolling, and it's just like you can learn so much. You don't have to ask questions. You just shut your mouth and observe. And I learned so much just in that scene on that set, watching those guys.
Yeah.
Like, so good. Just two absolute pros.
Do you feel similarities, I don't know if this is a stupid question, between like a wrestling locker room the day of a show and a movie set in terms of everyone doing their job to make one collective production get off? Are there similarities in that or no?
Yes and no. I still think on the movie set it's a little bit more collaborative. For a wrestling show and a wrestling locker room, you still have the individual matches. People are still, okay, this is my match, this is your match, this is Rhea Ripley's match, and there's less of an sometimes there's a overarching story that goes throughout the whole entire television show, but not like in a movie or on a television set.
True. Is being on set, does that make you want to direct ever? Do you ever think like, oh, maybe one of these days I could pull a Rob Zombie? And
so it's been offered.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, a lot like writing comic books or fighting in the UFC, that it was offered to me and it's kind of unknown and scary. So now I have to do it.
Yeah.
So we're, I mean, and I think the VHS series is a pretty good way to get my feet wet.
Definitely.
In that regard. So yeah,
take a piece of something like that.
It's definitely something that is more than likely going to happen within the next year.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I got to. It got offered to me.
I love that.
And I just went, what? Why me? Why not? Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Oh, I think it makes total sense.
So now I got to do this.
Dude, in a world where like Rob Zombie 20 years ago, they said, we're giving you Halloween and he's doing, 1,000 corpses. And
pass. We're not talking about that.
All right. Not talking about it. Not talking about it.
I have opinions, but, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Is everyone asking you about the cigar that you smoke in this movie? Is that a big topic?
No, you're the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Real cigar?
I mean, what does that mean? No.
They make fake ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a herbal thing. But
no, I figured it wasn't you're a drug-free guy. No. But I didn't know if you were like, I can just put it in my mouth and take it out and I'm not doing it.
I really don't know. I'm sure somebody on the fucking internet is gonna have a field day about it. But no, I'm acting.
Okay. I was curious.
I snort cocaine off a Bowie knife.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I'm here to tell you, some dipshit on the internet is gonna be like, he's not straight edge. He's a sellout.
On. I didn't mean it in that way.
Acting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not really a vampire.
Are you able to watch, do you enjoy watching your own acting back more than you enjoy watching your own wrestling back? I know some wrestlers are like, I don't even like to watch my own matches.
Oh, I hate watching anything I do, but I was such a fan of this movie. I was excited to see a lot of the stuff. And you know, when you're filming stuff, like you know, like, oh, this feels really cool. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Plus, post-production, they add the VFX and everything. I was excited to sit down and when this premiered at Beyond Fest, I was there and I got lost in it. I'm watching this movie that's, I think, really good and really fun, and then I pop up and I'm like, oh God, yeah, I'm in this, you know, like my wife's elbowing me, like, you know, she's like, oh, you look so handsome. Like, stop it. I'm a vampire. Stop it. I don't watch any of my matches back. I just, on to the next.
Yeah. You know, you got that in the bag. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So as far as the movie, do you know the script? Do you have the entire script when you're shooting it, or are you just filming your scenes and kind of like, you know, where the story is going around it? But was anything like a surprise seeing it at the premiere?
No, I think the responsible thing you do as an actor is, you 100% read the entire script. You will get a better grasp on, even if you got one line in one scene. You know, like I think it's easy to just kind of drop in and stay disconnected and just do your job and come out. But like, you gain so much more knowledge about like who you are because you're learning who everybody is and you're learning the landscape and the story. You got to do your due diligence and read the script. I read the script like multiple times.
Yeah.
And like each time, you know, you're learning new things, and just even by like osmosis, you're just absorbing more, and it can help you better understand your character by understanding everybody's character.
Yeah. I remember we did an interview a couple years ago. I think it was around COVID time, maybe even prior to COVID, where we talked a lot about Midnight Mass when that came out. Such a good series, and I remember how much you liked that.
I just rewatched it.
So I feel like it would be a disservice not to ask you about your favorite vampire movies as well, because I know you like the genre as is. But do you have favorites that come to mind right away? Are you a old school Bela Lugosi guy?
Are we talking vampire movies?
Vampires,
I mean, Fright Night.
Fright Night, your number one?
It might be. Lost Boys is up there, but yeah, there's something about Fright Night. I think it was just one of those movies that I discovered when I was a kid. You know, like I said, I would go into the video store in Chicago and I would rent stuff based on box art. Mm-hmm. So like that Fright Night poster with the house and like the clouds that form the vampire face and the fangs, and it's just like, yeah, you rent that. You know, you watch it. It's cool. Lost Boys is obviously a classic. Love Universal horror, but you know, Dracula can be kind of tedious to watch, you know.
I like when he pops up in like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
A real classic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm trying to think of any other newer vampire movies. I spectacularly one time took a girl to see Dracula 2000 in the movie theaters.
Oh, I haven't seen this movie.
Because I was like, I have to see it. It's a Dracula movie. We have to go. And she was like, this is going to stink. And I was like, bite your tongue, woman. We're going. And we still joke about it to this day.
Did it stink?
Oh, it's
horrible?
It's not great.
Oh, man.
It's not great. You should watch it, though.
I'll check it out. Dracula 2000?
Dracula 2000, baby.
Okay. I'll watch it and report back.
Yeah.
You've given me a lot of good recommendations over the years. I don't know if this will join the...
I'm prefacing this with...
Is it like so bad it's good?
It's not Heat, okay?
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. It's Dracula 2000.
Yeah. Did you see Sinners this year?
Of course.
You like that one?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Another great one.
Yeah.
The throwback feel to that one too. Mm-hmm. Like, classic.
Very much like a slow burn. I loved it. It felt to me like a very much improved From Dusk Till Dawn, which I love.
Sure.
But Sinners felt like it built on that idea of like a movie of two halves, vampires, crazy shit going on in the second half. I really dug that. Did you have any, just in general, favorite movies or shows of 2025?
You know, a couple of us were just talking about this. They asked me like what my favorite movie was in 2025. I don't know if I saw a whole lot, and then people were naming stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I did see that. But obviously, if it didn't stick with me, that I couldn't remember and I didn't name it. Hey, selfishly, I was a big fan of Zootopia 2.
Hell yeah, Zebros. It was a good movie. I saw it.
It really was.
Yeah.
What a fun, and that thing's a monster.
Oh my God, yeah, I know. It's like It made like $1 billion in a weekend.
What a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to move to China and work at the Zootopia 2. Like there's like a park there. Yeah. I'm just going to go there, walk around in a zebra costume.
Do you think there's opportunity for you to appear in more movies alongside fellow wrestlers? We had John Cena just retire, but I'm not going to lie, in the back of my mind, I was like, it'd be cool if I saw them on screen in a movie together someday.
I think so. Yeah. I've had a couple meetings and that topic has come up. I can only imagine what John's slate looks like. It's probably super, super busy. I'd imagine sometime in the future we'll be working together.
That'd be awesome.
I got like bucket list names that I want to work with, like, and selfishly, a lot of them are my friends. Dave and John are probably like the top two.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a lot of movies, in Fast and Furious movies, I've seen The Rock do the rock bottom. I think in Hobbs and Shaw, John Cena hits an attitude adjustment. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie, there were moments in this movies where I was like, is he hitting a vampire GTS here? No vampire GTS.
I might have talked them out of that.
Was that suggested?
Yeah, just because I was like, do we really want to take them out of the moment? Like, we really want to,
Yeah.
And they're like, they're vampires. And I was like, good point.
I dug the Fang choice too in this. Yeah. The putting on the Fangs.
Interesting.
It's sick.
Yeah,
it's
interesting
cool.
Little twist. Yeah.
You also rocked some sweet Halloween 3 inspired trunks in the ring recently.
I did. Yeah.
I noticed that right away, and I thought that was so cool. My brother texted me like, "Holy shit, he's doing."
I feel like 3. Not enough people were talking about that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Is that first of all, where did that idea come from for you? Was that like just you watched Halloween 3 again and you said that could work as gear?
No, I watch. So around like September, I start watching horror movies, and I mean I watch everything over and over and over again. Halloween 3 probably gets watched like at least a dozen times. Like I'll watch 1, 2, 3, and 4. I kind of stop there.
Yeah.
What was it? Saturday night's main event was November 1st. Mm-hmm. And I was like, close enough to Halloween, I need Halloween inspired gear. So I commissioned the Halloween 3 gear for November 1st. And then, unfortunately, Duke Rufus passed away. And I was like, put those on hold, make me some yellow and black with the Spartan Rufus Sport logo to honor Duke for the 1st. And so I just was like, well, it's late September. I'm still going to wear these. I don't care. They're awesome.
Yeah.
And the jacket with the skull.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
I like the Duke Rufus gear a lot too. I got to spend a day with Duke and Anthony Pettis, and it was so cool. He was as nice as, all the stories say.
Oh, Duke was
so sweet,
Duke
so
was
welcoming.
Duke was beyond nice.
Yeah.
Like
so excited to tell me about his stories.
Yeah, people didn't know that Duke was like kind of like a Grateful Dead, like hippie kind of guy, could head kick you.
Yeah.
So, don't cross him, but what a sweetheart. Just amazing that I got to spend so much time with him and train with him.
Yeah, shout out Duke. Rest in peace. Awesome dude. Do you have any more ideas for movie franchise themed gear? Does that come to mind often? I mean, you did a cool Fantastic Four theme for SummerSlam this year. No, I like when it gets a little. It feels like a comic variant.
Yeah, I think I just kind of. It's weird now. Back in the day, I wrestled a lot more, so I would just get like a pair of gear made and I would wear it out essentially. Now we don't wrestle as many shows, so I feel like every day is like every show is almost like prom. Like, oh, you got to make special gear. Like last night I had the Michigan State Wolverine gear.
Awesome.
So I'm always doing cute things like that. But I feel like this day and age, like it used to be just WrestleMania was like that was our prom. So everyone's showing out, and now I feel like everybody almost every month is doing this crazy extravagant gear. Mm-hmm. Like Rhea's always got like a different vest or jacket with crazy spikes on it. And like, it's really cool. Nothing wrong with it. Everybody looks really cool. They're just spending a lot of money on that stuff.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I just wear trunks. So it's, it's not.
People probably don't realize that wrestlers are spending their own money on gear.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Yeah.
Somebody in the car wash interviews I was doing earlier were like, oh, so it's not like a sports team where they provide you with the uniforms? I'm like, well, no, we're all individuals, so we're not wearing the same thing with just a different name on the back of the jersey. Like,
and that's the kind of stuff.
A little different.
I know how many little details like that go into the week to week of being a wrestler, and that impresses me even more that you found the time to.
Because how bland is it when I'm watching UFC and everybody's wearing the same fight kit?
Yeah.
It's just like,
I mean, even to be in this movie, like you're dealing with, I got to remember what gear I'm wearing on Monday, and then you got to remember your lines for a scene with Dermot Mulroney in the next day. Like, that's impressive. Do you ever have trouble remembering lines, or does that come naturally to you at this point?
No, I think it comes naturally to me at this point. And it also depends on how much I sleep.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
I've come to find out in my seasoned age that, like, oh, wow, yeah, rest is a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did a rapid fire segment with you and Rhea the last time we were here. I've rewritten that to be a little more horror movie inspired.
Okay.
So all of these questions will be horror movie inspired. Number one, a really easy one. Who's the best horror villain of all time?
Horror villain?
Yep.
I mean, are we talk like, is Michael Myers a villain?
100%. Do you not think he's a villain? Think he's a good guy?
Listen, man, Freddy Krueger molested children.
Bad guy.
And people are stoked on him.
It's true.
So I guess
they laugh at his jokes.
I guess that makes him a Republican. It's got to be Michael Myers. I mean, nobody did it better than John Carpenter. He spawned the entire genre. Mm-hmm. There is no Friday the 13th without John Carpenter. Possibly no Freddy Krueger. It's a little bit different, but like the slasher movie didn't really exist, and he made it an entire genre. Everybody needs to write checks to John Carpenter.
And doing the score as well, not only making one of the most iconic movies and villains in the same movie, but the score, one of the most iconic of all time.
Insane.
How do you feel about the recent trilogy? I know you're pleading the fifth on Rob Zombie. Do you want to plead the fifth on the recent trilogy as well? Yeah, okay. But Halloween 2 you're in on, even though Carpenter doesn't like it.
I like Halloween 2 because to me it's just a continuation of 1. It's the same movie.
It feels so epic to me.
Back-to-back. To me, I can't watch 1 without just continuing and watching 2. It's it continues all the way through. I love the lore behind the fact that Carpenter was just like drunk and wrote it.
Yeah, real quick.
It was just like, let somebody else direct it.
Yeah.
But
I think the music was the only part he was really interested in, right? For 2, he was like, "I'll still do the music. I like that."
What a legend.
Yeah, he's awesome. Favorite final girl?
I might be biased because I've done a movie with her, but Barbara Crampton, I think. And do we classify Barbara as a final girl, or is she more a scream queen?
Yeah, that's blurry technicality.
Now we're really getting into we're really nerding out now. But I shout out to Barbara Crampton, love her to death. She just asked me to play Santa Claus recently in a video for another screen. I played Santa. I'm gonna blank on everybody's name now. For all it was just me and like 4 scream queens, and they were dressed up for Christmas. And I was Santa Claus, and it was a bizarre dream come true.
That's been a dream casting for years. People have said CM Punk is Santa Claus.
Yeah. Time of my life.
One franchise that you think needs a reboot?
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
TV series, movie? Are you into the idea of rebooting things as like a series?
There is a television show that's coming out. Like I don't know if it's called Crystal Lake or whatever.
A24 too?
I think so. Mm-hmm. So interesting, but I don't understand what it is exactly going to be about, because it's supposed to be like prequel-esque. So that means we're not getting Hockey Master Jason Voorhees.
You're getting,
or maybe we are
Mama Voorhees,
and they're just rewriting everything. Could be interesting. I'm probably going to watch it. But yeah, I think we've been starved for any kind of Jason Voorhees content for years and years and years, and it's not fair.
You were a huge player of the game, right? Friday the 13th video game?
I think it's the greatest video game ever made, and they abandoned us.
I know,
and
it's crazy.
I'm still,
and a really dedicated player base.
I'm still very, very angry about it. Yeah.
They're going to have to reboot those servers for you one day. One franchise that you never got, that was never for you.
I got it, but it wasn't my favorite, and it's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Gotcha.
But recently went back and rewatched them, and like I have an appreciation for him, and Freddy is a horror icon, but it just it wasn't my lane, so to speak. I was more Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, like slasher kind of stuff.
I kind of felt the same way. I watched the first Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time 2 or 3 years ago, I want to say. I love doing October binges of all classics and whatnot. Same. And I think the moment that the tongue comes out of the phone, the liquor, I was like, yeah, this isn't the movie I thought it was. Like, I built it up to be something a little different in my mind. I love Wes Craven.
Brilliant, genius.
Scream, one of my favorite franchises. I love Scream. Yeah. That's a little more up my alley than Nightmare on Elm Street, personally.
Same.
And then one horror director that you'd most like to work with. We could go alive or dead here.
It's Carpenter, without a doubt.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look what he's done. The Fog, The Thing, Halloween, you know, Big Trouble in Little China. Mm-hmm. Not a horror movie, but damn, is that an excellent film. They Live. What a genius.
I know. People talk about a They Live reboot with you, right?
Do they?
I feel like online people have remade the poster with you, and because you pay tribute to Roddy a lot.
I feel like it would be absolute sacrilege, but also like, how could I turn that down?
Yeah, I mean, as someone that grew up with Roddy Piper as your hero.
There's rumors, talk of like a Blumhouse Carpenter collab for A Thing 2.
Oh.
And I don't know if I'm making that up or
you
if I'm
plead
just
the fifth on the Thing reboot as well?
Yes.
Do you like any horror reboots? Are there any big reboots that you're like, they nailed it?
You know, did you watch Stranger Things?
Yes. I was a big fan of Stranger Things. We covered it on my show, yeah.
Okay. Did you like the finale?
I actually did. I was very satisfied.
Interesting. I don't know if this is just like a stan culture thing or if I've just like aged out of I certainly don't understand. I see it in wrestling. I see it with fandoms with like Stranger Things and all that stuff. Like, people just seem to want to be angry about everything because it didn't happen the way they fantasy booked it in their head. And I don't. To me, that's a slight mental illness.
Oh, brother, you're preaching to the choir on this.
Like, you know, like, hey, I bought tickets to go to this wrestling show, and then I look on Twitter, and wrestling journalist 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reports that there's going to be a big surprise guest, and I go to this show, and there's no big surprise guest. And I spend an unhealthy amount of time complaining about that online. And it's just like, well, you weren't promised a big surprise guest. Somebody that probably knows less about what they're talking about than you do and is just a fan just like you, made some shit up on the internet and passed it off as a journalism. And you're getting mad at that. Like, I see the same thing with the Stranger Things fandom.
It's crazy right now.
People just straight up mad about the way it ended, and I thought the 45-minute epilogue, I was like, now mind you, I'm not a feverish Stranger Things fan. I've watched the entire show. Hard to remember what has happened because they spend way too much time in between seasons, which I feel is a valid criticism.
Yeah, it is.
But I thought it was so poetic the way they wrapped it up. Like, at the heart of the movie, it's a nostalgia bomb, but it's about these kids that are bonding over playing Dungeons and Dragons. They're the outcasts, so they find each other, and there's a sci-fi element to it. And the way they wrapped it up was just like a dungeon master would wrap something up, you know, almost like Choose Your Own Adventure. Do you like? And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the end of the show, like, maybe stop watching this interview, but did Eleven die?
Like,
did she live? It's kind of up to you, just like Dungeons and Dragons.
And I think that was a bold choice for them too. For a show they know families are watching and kids are watching. Like,
I thought it was so beautiful,
really beautiful,
and it really depends on you, because you can be like, yeah, she sacrificed herself to save her friends, to make sure this never happens again. She's a hero. She's dead. Or, yeah, man, you know what? She's still alive.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. Like, I thought that was great. I was super happy about it, but people have their opinions. It's just like the John Cena Gunther finish. I feel like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Whereas some people, maybe I don't think you understand what you're watching.
Oh, yeah.
But if you didn't like it, I can also understand that. But to overnight make it your entire personality and spend an unhealthy amount of time talking about it. Put it this way. If John won, they'd be mad about that too, but we wouldn't be talking about it anymore. And we're still talking about that finish.
Interesting.
The smile, the tap. Oh my God, the guy who said, "Don't give up," just gave up.
I was one of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of everybody's an expert.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't the way I would have done it, but again, like you said, I wasn't it wasn't like they ruined my childhood.
Could you imagine for a second if Twitter was around when Empire Strikes Back came out?
It'd be The Last Jedi.
I remember watching that movie when I was a kid, and I was just like, this movie is amazing.
Yeah.
Boba Fett is super cool. But they cut Luke's hand off. They freeze Han in carbonite. Vader's his father. Like, the rebels are getting their asses handed to him. And I never once in my fandom was like, fuck you, George Lucas. How could you do this? Luke wouldn't do that. Look, Jesus Christ. Just sometimes it's okay to be a fan.
Yeah.
And it's okay to enjoy things. And it's okay to not enjoy things too. But the way people just grandstand about it is it's a little mental to me.
So no reboots you like.
I don't know. Name a good one, you know? Like I just don't think some things need to.
I didn't think the Thing reboot was that bad. I thought at least they did a different take on it. They didn't just try to do it, you know. They tried to do a little prequel type thing.
I hated that they all spoke English.
Yeah. That's a valid criticism.
Like,
there's not many I really liked the first Halloween reboot. 2018, seeing Laurie Strode, kind of just really not zombie. No, not zombie. I'm talking the first in the new trilogy.
The first in the Blumhouse ones. Yeah,
you bring back.
That was a good movie.
I thought that was really cool. And then the next one, Evil Dies Tonight. That
was tough. I love Ryan Turek and I want to work with you. So, you know, I had a meeting with him and he straight up just asked me, "So what do you think?" And I was just like,
I had that once for Venom 2. I don't know if you saw Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage.
I sure didn't.
So I saw that, and it wasn't my favorite movie.
Yeah.
But Andy Serkis came out, the director of the movie, and he was like, giving a big speech for Venom 2. And as we left, we saw him. He said, "Hey, what'd you think?" And we gave him, it was great. We loved it. And you got to leave him with that, I think.
You lied to him.
Yeah, I did. He's Andy Serkis, man. He's a legend. He doesn't want to hear from fucking Robbie Fox. "Oh, I would have done this differently in the third act." You know what I mean?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to end the interview here, but I'm also going to want to ask you one spoiler question that we'll put out after the movie comes out. But I do recommend Night Patrol in theaters January 16th. See where it's playing around you. Super fun, especially
I think tickets are on sale now too, so you can search, look up what theaters it's playing at, and it's playing at a lot of theaters.
A lot of theaters. We were talking about Stranger Things before. It's not. I wouldn't compare it to Stranger Things, but it nails like an 80s throwback vibe. There's cool music in it. Some awesome there's sunset shots in this movie where I'm like, the cinematography is unreal.
Yep.
Again, a very fun cast. A lot of CM Punk. So go check it out. Night Patrol out now.